Hey everybody, this is Kevin over at BibleWellness.com. I just want to talk real quickly about encouraging yourself in the Lord. I know, a lot of times, many times, life has a way of throwing us curveballs, setting up hurdles, and just setting up stumbling blocks in our way to make life a little tougher for us. And the enemy has a way of doing that too, about setting up the obstacle course of destruction as you make your way out your front door. It's kind of like the commercial where you have the bad angel known as Havoc just setting up and thinking up, coming up with different schemes and ways of making sure that your day does not go as well as it could go. In saying all that, I just wanted to talk about encouraging yourself in the Lord and some ways to do that. Just looking at the story of David in 1 Samuel 30 and 6, when they had went to war and they had come back from war, all their women and children and their possessions were taken captive by another tribe. And David's men were so angry that they looked to David, given that he was the leader and he was in leadership. They were almost ready. They were ready to stone David. And David had to fall on his face before the Lord and seek God about some answers on whether they should pursue the enemy or not. And it said that he had to encourage himself, or David encouraged himself in the Lord. And what it means to encourage, it means to strengthen. It means to prevail. It means to harden oneself. It means to be strong, be courageous, be firm, be resolute. It means that no matter what, I'm going to hold to this, or I'm going to hold to that. I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to strengthen my position. And this is very important today because the pressures of the world will have you fold if you let it. The pressures of this world are designed to bring you into destruction, are designed by the enemy to bring you into depression, oppression, make you feel suppressed. It's designed to make you feel fearful and anxious about a lot of things. And it's designed just to make just life seem just so terrible and bad that you're ready to take yourself out. But God allows these pressures and these weights in our lives to help prove us, get out all the bad stuff, because as we find out in life, pressure shows us who we really are, and it shows us what's really in us. And many times, it's stuff that we don't like about ourselves, and definitely you could probably say a lot of people don't like about us either. But God uses pressures to purify and bring us unto maturity, so that we become mature brides that are pure, unblemished, unstained, and waiting for the soon coming bridegroom. So I just want to speak about encouraging yourself, and this is something that I've been this week just kind of working on, is encouraging myself, because sometimes I notice if when I wax and I wane in the word and abiding in the word of God, then my emotions start to wax and wane, and then I start getting thoughts that just I start opening myself and allowing myself to conform to the ways of the world. And we don't want that. Romans talks about be transformed, and this is an ongoing battle. This is a constant thing we have to be mindful of, which is why we have to abide in Jesus, and this is a daily thing. Just like we eat natural food daily, we have to eat spiritual food daily. We have to stay before God on our faces daily. Daniel did it 3 times a day. So if he did it 3 times a day, I know at least once a day I've got to do it. So just to talk about that and focus in on that. Another thing that brought to mind was, once you get the word in you and you stay in the word, you could be like Jeremiah in Jeremiah 20:9, to where Jeremiah had resolved in himself to not say a word anymore about what God was saying and speaking through him. But the word was in him so much, and he said the word was like fire in his bones, and that he could not hold his mouth. He could not hold his position. The word was in him so bad that he was electrified. He was on fire, and he said the hearts and minds of other men on fire with the word of God. So just some ways to help us encourage ourselves is through music, hymns. That was one of the things that Peter and his buddy did when they were imprisoned. Uh, Prayer and fasting. Jesus talks about prayer and fasting being one of our most powerful weapons in our arsenal. And then also the word, just abiding in Jesus, who we know to be the word of God. Uh, so with that, this is Kevin over at BibleWellness.com talking about encouraging yourself in these troubled times. So with that, just be encouraged. Now, ain't nobody else gonna do it. Might as well do it to yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord. So this is Kevin over at BibleWellness.com. If you like, please share with others. Hit like on the BibleWellness.com page, and also don't forget to sign up for our newsletter in the right-hand margin, our free newsletter. With that, may the grace of Jesus be with you always.